This next story I absolutely love. So there's this inner city school in Fucksville. I think it's like Virginia. Oh, no, it's L.A. Shreveport, Louisiana. L.A., Louisiana. Right. It's in Louisiana, and these kids were complaining about bullies at their school. And wouldn't you know, the school did absolutely two things about it, jack and shit.
Right.
The schools did not do a good job containing the bullying. So, at this inner city school, 40 dads went to the school and said, "We are the captain now." They went in there and said, "We're going to stop the bullying." So 40 big, beefed up black dudes went into this school and said, "All right, there's any bullying, we're going to fuck you up." And guess what happened to the bullying?
It stopped.
Went down considerably. Apparently, when William the Refrigerator Perry is bearing down on your ass, you don't feel like giving that nerdy kid a wedgie. Also, I don't want to hear the jokes that are obviously coming because save them for me. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Swanee, thank you for subscribing. Let's go ahead and play this. We'll full screen this for you guys. Here we go. Thank you, Cowboy Rome, for subscribing at Tier 1 as well. A lot of people resubscribing. We appreciate that.
Not many good news stories begin in such...
At a school filled with black people punching each other.
First off, can we point out no one has taught these kids how to fight properly? Stance is all wrong.
Yeah.
Threw a punch and your weight so off. No. You got to be able to follow the friend. You need a good base.
Motherfucker, sit down on your punches. That means literally sit down. That means get your ass down, stay behind your front foot, and use your shoulders as natural barriers to your face when you throw. It cuts down on counterpunch opportunities. You know what? Here, just fucking windmill each other until you all die.
Such a bad news way. It happened last month here at Southwood High School in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Plagued with violence.
Over the course of 3 days,
another fight.
23 students arrested for fighting.
Massive police response to
But strangely, there hasn't been another incident since. Perhaps in part because of this most unusual crisis intervention team.
Fuck. Could you imagine? Dude, I'd rather see the FBI walk in with briefcases in my school than see just 40 giant black dudes walk in and be like, "I hear there's fighting going on here." "No fighting, sir."
I love fighting.
Yeah. "I love two things, fighting and fucking white women. And I don't see many white women in this school." So
except for your teacher. "Hey, bitch, I hit you after class."
"I love two things, fighting and Sunday football. And the Saints got to bye." Oh, shit. Here.
BBC till I die.
There you go. So anyway, he's boy, didn't take us long to get there, did it?
No.
Oh. By the way, 40 dads showed up at this Louisiana school. At this school, I'm guessing that is, carry the one, all the dads available.
38 children said, "Hey, I've been wondering where you've been."
Out of cigarettes, Dad? Gray Duckling says, "What responsible uncles?" Lot of grandpas.
That's 2 generations of people.
40 male parental figures showed up in school. All right.
It was a work release program. We're sorry.
Oh my God, he's in jail now. Oh, shit. 40.
All these kids coming in, cops like, "I just don't know what to do." Yo, boss, I got a suggestion. They're wearing orange.
Hey, 40 dads showed up, chained at the ankle. And they all came into school going, "Hup, hup, 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 hup." All right. I just came in here to drop off my kid's support check. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
4 periods of not being able to take a piss without permission. Now I can't release a drop without say so.
Slayer says they give some weird community service programs now.
They're paying criminals not to commit crimes. Is this really that far out of the question?
Sharif's saying they're just 10th year seniors. Ice Andy Man, 40 women showed up the next day with their hands out. We have the funniest fucking listeners. Fat Boy says, is this a Scared Straight episode? Oh.
Yeah, how come we never addressed the effed up name of that show? Scared Straight.
Because back then it didn't matter. Don Lemons 8, Jamal, why you ain't never tell me your English teacher got a fat ass?
Hey, Trayvon, you about to have another sibling? About 9 months.
Fuck. Guys, we can't F8 this yet. We're only 10 seconds into the fucking story. But I will. Hold on. I'll write the start time down. 1 hour and 8 minutes. There we
Till
go.
the rest of the show.
All right, here you go, guys.
Nobody here has a degree in school counseling.
Let's just
This is a fucking sketch. Go back. Hold on. Save your comments. This is a fucking Key and Peele sketch. None of you have a degree in counseling. Motherfucker, what's a degree?
This intervention team.
Nobody here has a degree in school counseling.
Take your fucking shoes and socks off, you white
Dude,
bitch.
you could have ended that question after the degree part. Nobody here has a degree.
Nobody here has a degree.
I'm not saying they don't have a diploma.
One of them goes, how dare you, sir? I went to school for 8 years at USC, and I actually am a doctor of psychology. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm just fucking with you. Here we go.
No majors in criminal justice.
All right, we get it, white man. You fucking with us.
See, now he's being now he's talking
hate
about,
white people.
So no proper schooling or education.
Right.
Yeah, because that's something that's very abundant in their community, the opportunities for higher education. Yeah, of course.
Fuck, man. I hate that. Like stories like this.
No shit.
I feel like the 40 black guys who went into the school, we'd have an easier time doing the bit we just did in front of than we would with this guilty white piece of shit. I feel like the 40 black guys in us could get along mocking this motherfucker.
Yeah, because after we're done, they'll mock the fuck out of us.
Right. We'll be
They'll
like,
just come right back at it.
yeah. Oh, sorry, we didn't bring our kids to a bouncy house, you white bitch. It's like, fair enough.
Your qualifications are?
With Dad, we decided the best people who can take care of our kids are who? Or us. What we do.
Okay,
I
wait a
mean,
minute.
statistics.
Hold on. How is he going to stop a fight? He'd have to catch it first.
Have you seen how Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder? Just lean on him.
Yeah, but you got to get there to lean on him. What are you going to do?
He's going to be the guy they send when they're in closed quarters.
To block the door?
Yeah. So if they're like in a community area, yeah, no, he's useless.
Okay.
But if you send him into like a room,
Small spaces, he's a goddamn bowling ball.
and he also made that hit song "Just a Friend." So I thought he was dead. That's the weirdest part.
So Michael Lafitte started Dad's
Jesus, yeah. Someone said Dad's on diabetes. Dad's on dialysis.
on Duty,
We're out doing what we do for our babies.
a group of about 40 Southwood dads.
Have a
who
sandwich?
We call them babies because that's the last time we seen them.
We doing what we out doing what we do for our babies. It looks like for you that's a second helping.
We out here doing what we do for our babies, committing acts of violence.
Wait a minute. Do you think if you grow them big enough, you can nurse with your titties? Is that what's
hang
going
out
on?
at the school in shifts.
Let's go.
Today, any negative energy that enters the
Why
building
is it that they're always showing up late for their shifts? Must be something going on at that school. I don't understand.
has to run a gauntlet of good parenting.
What's going on, buddy?
You moving fast. I like that horse.
I immediately
That's good. I immediately felt totally fine. Why wouldn't it be fine? It's fine. There's nothing wrong with a bunch of giant black men standing in the hallway. I carry my wallet in my front pocket now, but my dad told me to do that.
I love how they behaved nice for the camera. Yeah, you like that hustle? I like that hustle. Good to see it. Like, yeah, let's face it. If the camera's there, I see that ass. You've been working on it. Like,
We appreciate you guys being here, but no catcalling the 16-year-old girls, please. They just stare at the principal. He's like, or do whatever you want. That's fine. I just thought I.
This kid is just like, I never felt a need to clutch my backpack, and
I keep my vape in my anus now, just to make sure nobody gets it.
surprise, surprise, he brings a gun to school going, I had to defend myself. Goddamn white
Form
people.
of safety. We stopped fighting. People started going to class.
How could that be?
You ever heard of a look?
A look? Dads have the power to do that?
Yes.
How do you know? No, I'm just kidding. But you know what? We'll get back to the jokes in a second. I love this, and we should do it more. And I don't mean throw 40 black people into your school to stop bullying. I mean toxic masculinity.
But
because that's what they
Jefferson needs work.
That's true. He will be there soon. But toxic masculinity, that's what they call this.
Right.
A bunch of giant men. The idea,
alpha mailing, just looking you down to the point where you're like, all right, I back off.
Because the inference being what?
That if you don't back down, they're going to push you down.
I will fuck you up.
Yep.
Right. That's toxic masculinity. That's this terrible thing now. We have to try understanding. I was talking to April about this yesterday on our way out hunting. I told her, I said, this idea that just because ideas are new, they're better than the old idea has got to stop. I was talking about anxiety. I'm like, everybody has fucking anxiety now. And everyone says we should try to understand it. We should try to empathize. I'm like, the old way was telling people to cut the shit and get a hold of themselves. The old way was, hey, fucking get a hold of yourself. You have nothing to be anxious about. Let the reality of the world in front of you dictate how you feel instead of your brain processing it, fucking it up 80 ways, and then throwing it back out there. Fucking get a hold of yourself. That's a very masculine, toxic way of dealing with it. But you cannot argue that we're dealing with it. Right. You cannot argue that we're dealing with it better now. Everybody's fucking anxious now. And everybody's losing their shit. Whereas before it was, you're not going outside if you keep embarrassing us.
Speaking of hunting, I noticed the pictures you guys dressed up and stuff on your Twitter feed. I feel like that's a bit excessive.
You don't realize how fucking cold it was.
Oh, well, I'm just saying in general.
Chilly. You mean all the camo?
Yeah.
We were sitting on the ground instead of up in a stand this time.
Well, it's just, I was driving home from Bach the other day, last Friday.
As you do.
As I do. And I had to stop so I didn't hit yet another deer. There were 2 of them in the road. I came to a complete stop, and they still didn't get out of the way until I tooted my horn. And I thought if I was a hunter and I wanted to bag 2 deer, these asshats were begging for it. So, like, you just dress like the front of a fucking car.
Yeah, I get that. Believe me, I understand that. And one of my criticisms of hunters is that I think they really do overthink shit. The problem is now that I've been introduced to that community, you can't tell them that. They get really upset when you try to tell them shit about what they do. Like, because my whole thing is they're like, do this, do that. And I'm like, I always tell April, I go, I'm Happy Gilmore. Just let me put the ball in the hole.
Just let me shoot the fucking thing.
Here, get this piss here, and we got to get this piss here, and get this cum in your mouth, and all this shit. She might take me hunting differently. But I'm like, hey, you're confusing me. Just let me put the arrow in the deer. Like last night, we put all this piss and cum and shit and barf on us, and we didn't see a fucking thing for 2 hours. And meanwhile, we're driving home, we're flashing headlights in the ditch, we see 7 of the motherfuckers. And it's like, yeah, like Johnny says, why not just put lights on your tits and dress like the grill of a Buick, and we'll be fine.
Yeah. Just put a bunch of Matchbox cars on the ends of your arrow shafts and just fire them at them.
There you go.
They will jump in front of
You'll find one accidentally.
They won't even be. You could fire it into like just the empty forest. Like, oh, there's no deer here. Open shot, and just boom, right into it.
But as far as this school story goes, because I got to get back to it so we can have a place to end our F8.
Oh, that's right.
When it comes to this story, toxic masculinity is necessary in many different places. Yes, I agree. When someone's dying of cancer and you need to break that news to their family, definitely need toxic femininity for that one.
No, I think toxic masculinity. Get over yourself. You're going to fucking die. Just deal with it.
Yeah, this is a good window into your mortality. Own it. But like schools, bullying. Maybe we should understand the background that the bully's coming from. No, how about we get 40 black dads in there? And this goes for white suburban schools too. Just get 40 random black dads in there. You know what? Fuck it. They don't even have to be dads. Just get 40 scary looking black guys in there and have them just go, hey, how you doing? Because like if a scary guy smiles at you, that's far more frightening than him scowling.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I know that can flip.
Yeah.
So-
what is he happy about?
Right. Like, I want to keep him that way.
Yeah.
So whatever I can do, I want to do it to suburban schools so I can watch white kids go, yes, sir, absolutely, sir, whatever you need, sir, absolutely, I'll do 100. And then the 40 black dads can go, I don't see you smiling, son. Hey, absolutely, master. I was doing smile for you, master. I think it would be wonderful. I think we could solve a lot of problems in this country.
My kick's looking a little scuffed, boy.
I was done shine your shoes, boss. Just like, hey, why is everyone late for fifth period? We done getting our shoes shined, bitch. These white boys are spit shining them, making them look like fucking mirrors. I like my ideas.
Yeah.
It solves racial equality. It punishes guilty white people, and we bring back toxic masculinity. It's perfect.
No white dads with toxic masculinity? Are we all just a bunch
Gotta
of
be redneck dads, because you gotta remember, black dads and redneck dads have way more in common than black dads and upper crust liberal dads, white dads.
So you're saying like the liberal white dads are just not gonna have the same.
As payment, the redneck and black dads get to fuck the liberal dads' wives. And the weirdest thing is, we're not going to tell them they have to watch, but they're going to volunteer. That's the weirdest thing. They're going to think it's part of reparations. They're fucking dumb. I can't help you. But, my solution is really starting to get off the tracks here a little bit.
Yeah.
There's now cuckoldry going on in my reality.
This is a bit far from...
Shall we get back to it?
Yeah.
Perhaps we should. This lovely young girl is talking about
cuckold,
black fatherhood. No!
Not many people know it, but yes.
It's not just the firm stares and stern warnings.
Let's make it to class, my son.
It's also...
Dude, that's the scariest shit you've ever heard in school. Is a 6'7" black man going, let's make it to school, let's make it to class on time, my son. I hope he's yelling at a white kid. He goes, yes, sir. Yeah, I thought I told you to call me massa.
I hope he's talking to his actual son.
Why'd you call me son? Just guessing. I was busy around this time 16 years ago.
The dad jokes.
They just make funny jokes like, oh, hey, your suit is untied, but it's really not untied.
And they hate it.
Fucking corniest black guys I've ever met.
Really? That's not even that good.
Excuse me, guys. We love that you're here, but we have one suggestion. Could you, black it up a bit? What do you mean? We don't like the dad jokes. And the New Balances, could you guys wear Jordans? And, if you ever need to frame a kid for something, just say he scuffed them. Scuff. Leave it to white people to have the solution, but we need to racism this up a little.
Look, we don't want you to carry guns, especially in a school, but if you could have a loaded clip for some reason, say, suspiciously peeking out of your back pocket, that would be awesome.
Could you bring crack to sprinkle on the students? We just figure you know where to get some.
They're so embarrassed by it.
And it's that perfect mix of tough love and gentle ribbing that dads do so well that has helped transform this school.
The school has really just been happy, and you can feel it.
Which is why the dads plan to keep coming to Southwood indefinitely.
Oh,
Has
shit.
nothing to do with the fact that they really aren't busy right now.
Can you guys be at the school from the hours of, say, 9 to 5-ish? Yeah, what the fuck else we going to do? Watch Divorce Court?
Well, I mean, they do need they will need their afternoon, 4:20.
Now, if you'll excuse me, teacher, I need about an hour.
2 joints in a...
No, I need about an hour from 3 to 4. I have to meet somebody. Who's that? Well, let's just say P.O. for short.
Because not everybody has the father figure at home.
Bullshit, you say. What? Why would you say something like that? Not everyone has a father figure at home. Not in the schools I went to.
Wait a minute. So you're saying that they're saying that in their community there is a lack of positive father figures. Can we get the guy that's interviewing them to say that?
Or a male.
If he wants to be working for InfoWars tomorrow.
Period.
Thank you, BLN, for subscribing with Prime. Appreciate that.
In their life.
So just to be here makes a big difference.
Do you think you...
Yeah, that's what we've been screaming.
Yeah. But we're horrible racists when we do.
Just being here makes a big difference. Yes, and?
Stumbled onto something here?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we stumbled onto something. Apparently, when black fathers stick around children, the children behave better. We're thinking of outsourcing this research into the real world.
Jesus Christ.
Well, there you go, guys. So what do we go? Hour and 20. A nice 20-minute best of for you.